Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And yes, I think you all witnessed it already. Crypto prices are going insane. But one of the questions that I think most people fail to answer is why is it exploding so much and what's going on? Now, I would say bottom line, people understand, okay, we have a crazy election going on, so that must have something to do. But I have a very cool article here, so let's take a little bit of a look. Here's why Bitcoin's price is suddenly exploding. Bitcoin's price has broken $15,000, breaking highs not seen since the 2017 bull run. But what's propelling this momentum? While Bitcoin's price continues to rise, and institutional investment is a major reason for this increase. This is actually something I think we can all kind of get by. However, one thing that's very important to know is that all that we're seeing right now, it's not retail hype, all right? And retail would mean, just guys like you and I buying. That's not what's going on. That might happen today. That might have happened, maybe at the morning of this day or maybe tomorrow. But it all kind of came the 4th of November, and right now is the 6th of November, meaning there would have only been 2 days for all the big news outlets to tell retail guys to come in and purchase their crypto, but I think every news outlet right now is busy fully on portraying the election. So I don't think there was any time just right now to tell people about crypto and about how good it is all doing. By the way, guys, if you're watching this far, my question of today is, do you think Bitcoin will break 16,000? And also make sure you check out the Growth Masters Academy. If we get 50 likes on this video, I am posting another one. But you can also let me know in the comment section what type of video you want to see next. It's just a channel for teaching you guys how to make some extra income. Going on further, the world's most popular stablecoin Tether has also played a significant role, and Bitcoin is now closer to 20 than to 10,000, which is also really crazy in my opinion. Because if you think about it here, Bitcoin and even some of these other crypto, I've had people shout at my head so many times in the last couple of months saying that what we've had before is never going to happen again and all things like that. But look at the month. We are up 45% in just 1 month. I find that kind of scary, all right? Honest with you guys, I find it kind of scary because if I take a look at my portfolio, even though it's not as big as some of you guys think, it's still kind of scary to see that, I'm not going to be cashing out. So the dollar signs I'm seeing right there, they're just going to go down again if I ride the wave, And that sometimes tempts you to go out or do something you don't want to do, but for understanding if you should cash out or not, it's really important to understand what's going on. And in this article here, they're claiming that a good part of it is institutional activity. For example, household names like PayPal. And what I think about that is, at this point, MicroStrategy, by the way, has another conference with Ripple very soon. What I think at this point is that there is institutional investment from bigger guys going on, and I'm talking multi-billion-dollar guys, and a lot of these billionaires are also changing their minds upon this very heavily right as we speak, especially now that Bitcoin popped up above one of their main resistances, and I mean, it surged, so yeah, a lot of people were heavily getting into it. There's a lot of hoarding going on as scarcity effect is going on. Bitcoin scarcity in effect, extreme greed in market as Bitcoin breaks the double barrier with gusto. Great strength, heavy volume, and bullish sentiment permeate the market. Well, yeah, I think that's actually pretty obvious for everybody. But another one to all of this is, of course, talking about the election, that the dollar is not as certain anymore. People are kind of afraid of it. Even though stocks were flourishing, which is kind of on a different note with the dollar devaluing, in this case here, there is so much crap going on in this election that people decided to heavily move over into a safe haven like crypto. And again, consider what I've told you guys a couple of times now. People will first buy into the main currency, and then once this one has risen, people will spread over into alts like Ethereum and XRP. Hence, you can see why earlier we saw the Bitcoin rise start, you can see, and then a little bit later, XRP rise, for example, started. That's exactly what's going to happen time upon time again, and it's something we should be prepared for. ADA, by the way, is also doing amazing at 11%. Look at that, guys. Completely insane. However, to kind of stay on the same lane as what we just said here, there's been multiple predictions, and I personally think that this retail, which they consider in this article also as institutional investment, even though it's more institutional activity and still retail interest, it is due to the fact that companies like PayPal are, for example, introducing 300 million people to crypto right now. And even though the way of buying it is not that amazing, and even though it might not include XRP straight off the bat, it will eventually include tons of crypto and will only keep getting bigger. That's one thing I think everybody understands right now, that once a company starts with crypto, the only way to go for them is to just go upwards, all right? I think we all kind of get that. But in a certain sense, it's also that I think a lot of people have heard about Bitcoin right now because of this PayPal situation. Some, at least 30 million people already at PayPal, have gotten heads up on it, and so and all of that is just giving a goodwill to the project. It's giving people something to grab onto. And of course, I think to summarize here what I've just said is, first apart is the bigger companies getting in, which is just for other bigger companies to get in as well. MicroStrategy setting an example, even though they have said they probably won't cause retail to go heavy. They probably have started something for institutions as well, which is then the institutional side. The second part is not massive retail purchasing, but retail interest and retail knowledge, as more and more people are getting aware, yet that has only just started. The third one is kind of greed from people, as the scarcity effect takes place and people understand that it might be that crypto will only keep going up and they won't have enough. And the fourth one being the fact that the US is right now in such a shit show, or so crazy right now, that people don't know exactly what they want to do with their money, and they want to go for a safe haven where they can keep their dollars safe. And in this case here, if anybody invested when the crazy election here started, they would have made themselves a nice sum of money, which might also encourage a lot of other guys to do the same thing, or might also encourage to get this flow going, where people, if they don't trust the dollar, they're going to go for crypto. If we get a flow like that going, guys, it will be crazy in terms of the price. Another thing that's very important to know is Ripple to continue XRP purchases. OTC sales increased by 10% in Q3. XRP price enjoying a surge today, but remains 93.45% down from its all-time high. So I've seen a couple of these negative Nancys out there right now that are saying, oh, but XRP is still remaining down. XRP is still this, that. Guys, please, all right? People who say it's being weak, oh, my days. They're either just very bearish on this crypto because they don't like it for some reason. But if we're honestly talking about this crypto, we all know why a altcoin would look weaker than Bitcoin, all right? Altcoins here take up on Bitcoin's move and follow along with that momentum. And so it's always going to be that way, all right, until we see a massive switch, which in my opinion has started yesterday. I mean, if you guys all listened to me and bought in yesterday, like I've been switching a little bit of Bitcoin over into XRP, boom, a lot more gains, all right? Because I believe when I sold, Bitcoin was at about 15.6 yesterday, which for you guys might still have been today. I don't know when you're watching. And XRP was at about 24 point something, 24.9 maybe. I don't remember exactly the prices because it's a XRP to BTC or a BTC to XRP trade, and thus it looks a little bit differently. But yeah, that was a nice little switcheroo. But if we were to check TradingView, as we are going to be doing later today with XRP to BTC, it might be pretty cool to see how things have switched around and how they might continue. However, I am not telling you guys exactly where Bitcoin is going to go because I don't know, all right? I do know that the crypto space, the space or sphere has kind of changed already, where people right now are putting more priority onto altcoins as, again, keep in your mind, people buy early into Bitcoin, all right? We just saw a crazy 45% rise on Bitcoin. Right now, there's a ton of people who want to take some profits, and they're going to go for some altcoins for the heavier gains. A lot of these altcoins could have worked. I think most of them even could have worked right on fine, properly. Let's actually put in the 7-day as well. Can we put in 7 days somewhere? Here, 7-day change. Where's it now? Oh, it's at the back. Okay. But that's actually also pretty interesting to see because over the week, the only one beating Bitcoin here is Ethereum, actually, out of the whole top 10. That means Ethereum is also a very good competitor right now as well, huh? Pretty damn crazy. But yeah, about these sales, which I just explained, the price of XRP might not reflect this, but Ripple remains that the purchase of XRP that has started in Q2 may continue in order to support healthy markets. XRP is currently trading at 0.257, enjoying a burst of green. However, it's still down. It's up 31% year to date though, which is again quite amazing. According to Ripple's Q3 2020 XRP markets report, which we'll also get into further later today, purchasing XRP is a near-term product solution for the line of credit beta, while in the long term, the company is building new ODL capabilities that will source XRP liquidity from the open market. In Q3, the total XRP sales were $35.84 million, an increase of over 10% from the previous quarter, $32.55 million. Just like many previous quarters, Ripple didn't sell programmatically, but focused solely on its over-the-counter sales and leases as part of providing increased liquidity for XRP to certain RippleNet ODL customers to improve their ODL experience. Ripple didn't explicitly mention MoneyGram, but we know about that one. And Monica Long said on Twitter, the continued rise of institutional adoption and DeFi-marked crypto markets in Q3, crypto sustainability is finally getting attention thanks NYDFS, Energy WebX, and XRP LF, and even others, which is a response to the Ripple who has talked about the markets report and stuff like that. So this sounds rather nice. I'm actually thinking, by the way, that Ethereum is doing so well, even better than Bitcoin, because of its crazy new changes. And also, we've talked about this whole solution right now about climate change and about being efficient. And we all know XRP is more efficient than Bitcoin and Ethereum, but Ethereum is trying to switch over to proof of stake, to Ethereum 2.0. And since that was really hype the last 3 days or so, maybe that's also adding to Ethereum's progress a little bit right now, where it's just acting a little bit heavier, mostly due to the fact that it was already pretty hyped and it was already doing pretty damn well. Let's actually scroll down a little bit. Let's see if there was another crypto that outperformed Ethereum even. Yeah, XEM or NEM all the way down here. Republican, what is it now? Republic per protocol. Okay, let's see. AVE, Ren BTC. Oh, Cream here did extremely good. I don't even know what this coin is all about. I've also seen that happen quite a lot now, guys. I mean, if we're going to enter into bullish times, it's going to be that way again, where we're going to see a lot of these miscellaneous and random coins pop up in the top 50 with some huge gains as people go heavily into speculating about that coin. It's something I'm kind of excited about, because things like that often mean a ton of money by just betting around and just putting it into different coins. And fun fact, a couple of years ago, it was such a fun time to just go look around and see, okay, this coin looks good. This coin has this, that. Let's buy it, right? And I mean, ever since then, the space has kind of matured where it's a lot more difficult to go for things like that, because if you go right now and look for some quote-unquote good undervalued coins, there will most likely be 10 coins that look exactly like it, And I guess right now it's not as much ICO, but more DeFi. However, DeFi I think is a lot scarier than ICOs, because with an ICO, you kind of knew already that, okay, it was being sold right now, and if you purchased and it would catch on, the instant moment it would release, you would have made money. With DeFi, it's kind of different, where most of the time, whenever you're there, there's already so much going on to the project, right? There's already so much known or so much that has gone on with the founders of it that have already done something else, or it already has this kind of name for itself built up right now in DeFi, where you're not necessarily guaranteed, but there's a good chance that even if it goes live, you're already too late to make yourself money. All right. We've already seen it with a couple of projects. The second it went live, zero, or at least very, very close to zero. And a lot of these older DeFi projects are still doing fine and are still out there and might gain at one point in the future. But a lot of the new ones are just basically there because they've heard about it and they want to make some money, the founders of the project, and thus they're going to mess us up. That's also why I've said Flare on XRP is kind of good, because they're building something, but I know for a fact it's a money grab, and that's why I'm not too positive about that. However, that does not take away from my bullishness on crypto. I mean, I'm pretty damn hopeful for the next couple of days. Even if Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto were to fall today, I'm still pretty damn positive. It also must happen, though, if you guys consider, I mean, we can't keep continuing to gain forever. We can't, right? We need to fall down, as is logical, right? It always happens that way. And if we keep continuing on with this massive gaining here, it would have been unsustainable. All right, we need to fall down a little bit. We need to correct here. And I guess that's what we're seeing today. All right, with ooh, oh my days, 15.9. Wow, guys, that is crazy. All right, 15.9 thousand for Bitcoin. My days, is this a day to put in the history books, right? It's so scary. Are you guys not also a little bit afraid that you're gonna just wait on and the gains will pass by? It's just a very big, very tempting point to just cash it all out and just be done with it, right? But I guess I'm gonna ride the wave right now, right? I'm gonna follow along here as things are looking very, very bloomy. But I may be wrong, so don't take this financial advice. And also, check out the Growth Masters Academy. I'm teaching you guys a couple of really cool things on here. Go subscribe to it. It's definitely worth it. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video.